Hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Today we have a fun event. We're back on Assetto Corsa, back in some classic cars. We today are in. Let me just get a nice little view of the car. We are in this Mini Cooper for the Samaris trophy from SROL running Goodwood revival event once again. We ran this event last year, so we did. I can't remember what we ran it in, to be honest. It was that long ago, hopefully a year ago now. But yeah, we're back for this event. If you don't know, just like last year, everyone partaking that has signed up has been assigned a car randomly. We have had no say in what we race, and we have drawn the Mini Cooper. Certainly an interesting car. Certainly wouldn't really say it's my cup of tea out of the selection of cars that are in the event, but we don't have a choice. We have to deal with this, and yeah, there is 5 minutes left of practice. I want to get some laps in, because I just done a little bit of a setup tweak to the tire pressures, and I want to see how they feel. Got a bit of traffic in front of us, but the Mini, not a particularly quick car around Goodwood. Certainly doesn't have the acceleration, straight line speed of some of the other cars, but it is quite light, it is quite agile. But you have to drive it in a very, very particular way to get that cornering speed out of it. And it's not something I'm too familiar with the front-wheel drive car. So of course, being a classic car, one of the things you'll notice is the steering is like quite playful, you know, as you'd sort of imagine in classic cars. It's not just, oh yeah, you turn it and the car does exactly that, exactly what you want it to. The car moves around, the steering moves around you. You have to play with it a bit. Of course, being front-wheel drive, there is quite a bit of on-par understeer, which is not a particular trait I'm a fan of in cars. One of the reasons, yeah, I'm not too suited. But that's the beauty of this event. No one has chosen which car they get. We just have to make do with what we've been drawn. Hopefully, we can make the most of it. Traffic is going to be a bit of an issue in these races. See a bit of argy-bargy in front of us. Fellow Mini in front as well. They got their braking zone wrong. Bit of traffic in front of us, including one of the other Minis. I got very close there. headlights blasting through the rear windshield. You can see the light reflecting off the interior. I don't think it's dark enough to need headlights. Feels a bit more of a distraction than anything beneficial. This will be our final lap in practice before we start qualifying. Okay, a bit of a slipstream. Of course, slipstream not too powerful in these cars. Wasn't a great chicane there. Could have carried more speed. Yep, that is the end of practice. We do have a bit more time in it. Let's see. 33.8 is where the other Mini is. That might have been on qualifying fuel. I was running race fuel there. As you can see, we can't do a lot with the setup. We can change between two gear ratios. We need to run the longer ones. The short ones are way too short. We've got tire pressures, fuel, and brake bias and power. That is it. Yeah, not a lot of choice. I want to see before the session takes over. 131.1. Oh, blimey. Yeah, second clear of the field. Top Toyota. I need to check if we do a quick bit of math. So we're looking at 17 laps. So we'll probably need 15 liters of fuel. Let me just see. I think... I might be a little bit... yeah, I think that should be fine. I will say one of the things with this new menu, it says here, right, this is the original AC evaluation, others use the CSP evaluation. I tend to find the AC one is more accurate than the CSP one, which is a bit odd. We've got a couple of minutes here before qualifying begins. So yeah, not long before we get going for qualifying. It is a 20-minute qualifying session, nearly as long as the two races. 25 minutes both races. I don't believe there's a reverse grid. Yeah, we'll put fuel at 6 liters, and we'll probably do a couple couple of stints in qualifying. Tires. I'll try taking one more out of the front left, because that still seemed to be a little bit high. Of course, this track, Goodwood Circuit, not the longest track. I'm going to give it a moment. Let some of the hopefully faster cars go out first, and then we will slot out behind. Ah, there goes a good portion of the field. There's quite a few people still waiting, in fairness. There goes one of the minis. And it is time that we went. Don't wait too long, don't want to get caught up by everyone else who's leading the way. Oh, alright, got a few cars off. There's another one. Not sure what car we have in front of us, but we've got a few seconds. That's a wonderful place to have a couple of cars parked at the end of the lap. It is quite busy. Hopefully now that we're on to our first flying lap, we can stay out of traffic. Try and push on for a flying lap. 3 turn 1, don't need to go down a gear. Born to carry could speed out of it as you're flat out for quite a while. Try not to scrub off any excess speed through the little right-hander, turn 2. Then into this fast right-hander. Use the brakes to get the car turned in. Down the gear then for this left-hander. You don't want to push too hard on the first part. That was crazy. Just cars parked on the racing line. I have just noticed, look at the clear bit of track about 20 seconds behind us. That'd be lovely right about now. Unfortunately, that's not what we've got. We've got 3, found a gap. We threaded the needle. Certainly a little bit risky there. Oh, well wide of the second apex. Just lightly tapping the front of the Toyota in front of us. 35.2 is our first flying lap, puts us up to P7. But of course, a lot of cars still to put lap times in. I'm going to bail from this lap. And you know what? I think I'm gonna slow down here And let 2 cars through here. Speed back up again. We'll let the last one through, and then we'll start going in the lovely bit of clear space that's behind us. So it seems like we still have 4 laps remaining. We'll give ourselves a little bit more space for those that might make mistakes. Of course, tires is getting a little bit cool again, but we'll get that warmed up when we start pushing. Don't wait too long because don't want to have the current pole sitter catch up to us. So we go again then. Into turn 1. And not great, turn 1 turned in a little bit too early, didn't carry the momentum then through the second part. Not helped by cool tires, of course. Not sure what that car was going to do, so I was a little bit cautious through there, give up more time. Don't have a car in front of us here, so we can push a little bit more into the right-hander. Gain time on entry, not gaining on exit though. Okay, a little bit more momentum onto this straight. Now, of course, this is where we got a bit of traffic at the end of last lap, but looks like we might get some more this lap. We are indeed. They run wide though. Look how much more speed we carry through the chicane. Go improve by 3/10, get back up to 20th, and we know there's a lot more time in it. I clipped the grass a little bit there. Not a great start to this lap either. I mean, we should be making time up in this first sector. Instead, we're losing even more. Look at the time we make back there into left-hander. Bit more time up through the right-hander. Should mention all the while the track is improving. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, track grip currently at 95.6. It is steadily increasing with everyone doing laps. Let's see if we can make time up here, not having a car in front of us. Ah, not good exit from the chicane. We're 2/10 up, but we lose that time. 2 more laps of fuel. Make time up in the first corner, we can indeed. Only half a second up now, though. We've got traffic behind that might disrupt our lap. A little bit deep into this right-hander here. Can we carry momentum out the exit, though? We can indeed. This, I think, is going to get awkward. Oh, they're just going to back off, but I think I'm going to have to back off anyway. Look at the time we've made up there. Fine time at the chicane, somehow still nearly 9/10 up. And gets us up to 18th. We go for one more flying lap. We are 0.004 of a second off one of the other minis. Find that time on the way into turn one, though we didn't carry good momentum on the exit. Finding time through that right-hander, not running wide of the apex. Just final corner to go. We did get a bit of traffic here, but we still had a great run through here last lap. Ran it in too hot, not carrying momentum on the exit. Oh, that's annoying. We were up a couple of tenths. We would have got up to like 16th place. But we just had to bail from the lap. There's a car right on the racing line. Nothing that can be done about that. Oh, that's annoying. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, we'll go again. We've got a nice bit of track position here. I kind of would like to back up a little bit, but do you also have current pole sitter not too far behind us, and they'll be... Why was there a car just coming across the track? I was looking down at the mini-map. Luckily I had just about seen that in time. Hopefully that's a good launch off the chicane. And we can start pushing again to see if we can find that bit of time. Find a couple of positions. Good exit T1. I just ran the car into the grass there, and you can see immediately how that loses us momentum. Oh, that's half a tenth there. Maybe a full tenth even. That we've immediately lost just from such a little air. I don't know why I downshifted there. I wasn't quite sure where that car would be, so it didn't commit to the apex properly. fallen down to 22nd now. Track grip's up to 95.8. And we are into final 5 minutes of the session. Not too many more attempts here. I maybe should have taken a litre of fuel out. Oh well. Try and carry speed by holding third gear through there. It kind of worked. We did run a little bit wide too. Car really responded much more than I thought we'd when I turned in there for T1. So a bit of a poor run through T1. Should have committed to throttles sooner there. Too tight on the apex. Oh well, we will still get 2 more attempts. It looks like we're just gonna miss out on a 3rd attempt. That car again being unpredictable. I think that's the same car as last time, as they're rejoining. Yeah, we will only get 2 more laps, unfortunately. Fine time on the way into turn 1, but didn't carry the momentum out of T1. We're down to 23rd now. Wide there. Front right tires a bit over pressured. Don't think we're going to make 3/10 up on this final lap, or this final few corners. I think it will be all left to the final lap. That was into good chicane exit, was wide of the second apex left-hand side wall. Why? Why? That was so unnecessary. Oh, I'm just going to come over the pits and completely block the racing line. Well, time to put quality fuel in, or race fuel in. Where's the other Mini? See, the other Mini is indeed, it's less than 2 tenths quicker than us, and it's up in 18th place. It's actually incredibly close, from 17th down to well, the place in front of us is just over a tenth. Okay, right. One car's jumped up front now. What, 18th to 23rd? Well, that's 6 cars, 2 of which are on identical times. And one is literally 1,000. That is 1,000th covering 3 cars in front of us. 3 different cars as well. MGB, Hillman Imp, and MGA. Wow. And then you've got a Mini that's not much further up the road. Another MGB. Jag Mark II, not far behind. Another Mini. So now we wait for the end of the session, which, there we go. One of the people did improve, but the MGA improved. I mean, that is still very close. I mean, that's still, what, 3 cars within 7 thousandths? I just also realised I haven't done a practice start. I don't know what this car is gonna be like off the line. So, 2 25-minute races coming up. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to this. I mean, we've seen how close qualifying is there. It's going to be difficult to make up places, but we'll do our best. 3 cars between us and Mini Cooper in front of us. Yeah, I mean... Oh, and yeah, of course, if you haven't seen one of these races before, the grid for Goodwood isn't your traditional 2x2 grid. As you'll see in a moment. Yes, it's your 2x3x2x3. Oh, and each row isn't staggered, they're in line. Yeah. So for the distance where you normally have let's say, what, 2 cars in F1? You've got 5 cars here. It's a bit of a tight grid, but it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this race. Yeah, hopefully it's all... everyone keeps it clean. There may be some carnage. I mean, we've seen carnage on the outlaps in qualifying when everyone was bunched up. We will probably see more again here. Yeah, that's our best. 2 minutes before we get started. Track grip 96%. So it's up a little bit. It's a quite cool day. 14 degrees ambient and track temp. At 2 PM. Very overcast, very cloudy. So it is. I just realised there's 2 weathers on the session info. Yeah, hopefully we can get a good race. It's going to be difficult, I said, to make moves. The mini strength is the corners. But to get past someone on the corners, you have to go an inconvenient line. You know, go off the racing line. Go the long way round. To pass someone on a straight, when you have more power and acceleration, you just kind of move to the right and use your power to get past. It's a lot easier, which is what other people will be trying to do on us, such as the Jaguar Mark II that starts behind us or alongside us? Alongside us. Yeah, it will be interesting. The Mini is a couple of rows in front on the left-hand side. We've got the MGB in front and on the left, on the right, the Hillman Imp in front in the middle, and the Jaguar, another Jaguar Mark II on the left-hand side in front of us. Not too long before we get ready here to go racing for the first of 2 25-minute races. Go be careful, the opening lap is going to be difficult. Grip is limited, so it is. Of course, tyres are cold. What the app says, we're only getting about 84 to 85% of the potential grip they could give. Lights are coming on then. Already being driven into. Yeah, look at that. It's not that we've got a particularly bad start. That's just Mini start. Look at the Mini. Well, one for the Minis got a better job than us. But look at the sort of tan Mini up ahead there. They're not much further. And oh dear. I tried to avoid that, but there's not much I could do. Just occurred directly in front of my path. Yeah, nothing I could do there. So, predictably, it has been a messy start. We didn't quite survive, but we're still facing the right way. We did spin. And now it's a push to try and catch up. Did technically make up 2 places from where we started. Car making a safe rejoin there. You love to see it. That's going to be another place. But yeah, we're about 5-6 seconds off the main pack that we want to be in. That's a bit annoying. We'll have quick cars also coming up behind us trying to pass us. Of course, first run through the chicane. Rear end sliding there through the chicane. Track grips come down to 95.7, so not all of it has transferred from qualifying. I wonder if the car behind's going to go for a move. No, they're going to be patient. Made up 2 positions there. One car spun off in the gravel. Have we got the gap to the cars behind to hold on to 18th now? Here it comes. Here comes the barge. We're just able to brake. Oh, I hit the wall there. We will lose 1 place from that. Gonna defend the inside here. And we'll not lose a second, but I think we're gonna lose a space. Don't have the acceleration. They've left the apex open here. But again, we're not going to have the acceleration on the exit. They've ran it in very hot though into this right-hander, so we're going to sneak up the inside. Take the place back on the BMW. But again, straight line speed then comes in play. Here comes the BMW again. They've then overshot these couple of corners and go spinning onto the grass. And we'll take that place back. So then, 34.9, not too bad on race fuel, and slightly they're fighting another car. Ooh, the barge in front has gone very wide. Close back up. It'll pull out of the slipstream. Got one car sliding off in the grass. That's going to be us back up to P18. Five-second gap to car behind, but they are much quicker than us. Lost a little bit of time in the final few corners compared to last lap. Running wide there through T1. A bit more speed through left-hander, and there wasn't a car spun on the outside. Since we were obviously obeying yellow flags. Mini behind is running in the 33s, very high 33s. And 33s nevertheless. Lapped car spun on the grass there. Went into the chicane a little too quickly, so didn't carry speed on the exit. We are catching one car here. So if we want to hold on to P18, we need to catch and pass the car in front of us. We were a second quicker than them last lap, though that was a bit of a slow lap for them, it must be said, compared to their personal best. Really nailed this double right-hander on that fastest lap. Carried a lot of speed onto the outside curb as well, you know, really used all the track. A bit wide there, 3-2-1. Again, just misjudging the wall. And that gives up 2 seconds, that mistake. Maybe even 2.5. Give up 1 place there. BMW's behind us again. Oh, barge in front. Got a bit slidey onto the grass. A couple of other cars in front have been sliding off as well. Three wide. Whew, that was close. A little bit nerve-wracking. Well, we're still in 19th after that. Contact between the red car there and the BMW. Sent the red car spinning. New personal best. Track is gripping up, over 96% grip now. And with fuel burning off, we ought to be going a bit quicker. Oh, understeering through turn 1. Quite good speed in, but probably too much with how we had to lift on the exit. Give up all that momentum. You can just start to see the Mini in the mirror now, closing in on us. Whew, really got the tail end out there. Car maybe front wheel drive doesn't mean you can't slide the rear round. Oh, that felt weird. Good fight behind, which is helping us try and run away a bit from the cars behind again. Lapped car going spinning again. Another new personal best. Just under 9 minutes to go. Not hitting the grass there. Certainly allowed us to carry more speed there. Slipstream, please. Got me 5 her way. Appreciate it. Apex in there somewhere. I don't know if the everyone has forced everyone's headlights on or not. It's a little bit distracting. Yeah, I can see Mini behind got a much better run through the chicane. It's a little bit uncertain going into chicane that time. Just with cars in front of us. Five minutes left in the race. .33.4 for the Mini in front of us now. Yeah, I want to say they're maybe just holding third gear through the chicane there. And look at that, much better T1. They don't use the brake as much to rotate the car, they're much smoother with it. I feel like they're just able to hold a tighter line a little easier there through the double right. Too much speed that time. Well, we had a faster lap than them. I'll scoot through T1 this time. A little bit wide for the apex. in slipstream now. Had a lick, but it's going to be very difficult to pull that move off. Had much better run there, but just got understeered wide. Wasn't really have anywhere to go with the run anyway. Leader has started the final lap. A little further back this time, but we'll have one more lap to see if we can make a move. Haven't really had the pace on the Mini in front. Certainly learned a bit from following them. But with the slipstream to help us... Ooh, car's slowing down. They might have ran out of fuel. They got better run through chicane that time. Yeah, the slipstream helping us. We've had a couple of opportunities to try and retake. Was now 16th place. And we might get one more. If we drive well. We're just a little too far back for a good slipstream here. Just fallen a little too far back really for the slipstream to help keep us close. It's a good fight for the final few laps, so I enjoyed that. Good way to end the race. Well, that was a fun race. So it was. And we get to do it all over again. Learned a couple of things. I think really, take it a little bit easier. Don't throw the car around as much. Is what we've learned. So, second race now. I think set-wise, want to bring the pressure back in here because we're not pushing this tire quite as much. And want to put another bit in the rear right. So again, we'll have a little break before we get started for the second race. So then, 3 more minutes before we go again. Grid positions are as they were for the first race. Hopefully we have a clean start this time. That would be nice. So hopefully this turn 1 carnage this time. And if there is, hopefully we can avoid it. So, you can see slipstream we had on our fastest lap. Give us a good 4 kilometers per hour there. So then, less cars behind us. Hopefully we don't get driven into again. That would be nice. Is it a little bit warmer now? Our temperature is 16 degrees Celsius. Road temp is 21. That'll hopefully maybe give a little bit more grip. Grip is up to 96.6. Might drop down a bit when the race starts here. Lights are on. And we get a good clean getaway. That's a closing gap. One car off on the outside. Technically going to make it 4 wide for a brief moment there. The Mini there got bullied out of the way. Oh no, we're 3 wide. Please, please, please. Yeah, that 3 wide wasn't really going to work. Unfortunately, we were stuck in the middle and got the worst of it. Try and get cut back here in the Mini. We were fighting at the end of last race. Oh, we made it 3 wide. The other Minis sent it down the inside. I sent it round the outside. That Jag, I think, got absolutely mugged. Go try and come back at our Mini friend here. Oh, don't run onto the grass. We're going to be on the inside for the next turn coming up. I could have been a bit braver there, but playing it safe rather than sorry. Oh boy, we just about got through there. We are getting at least 2 places from it though, unfortunately. High speed on the exit. Box the Jag in. Round the outside. Oh, not gonna quite work. What we're doing here is we're trying to hold up those 2 cars, so it's more difficult for them to catch the Mini friend in front. Completely blasted by the Cadillac, I think that is. On the straight, now we're going to get held up behind it. Such a big barge, there's no way to pass it. Fortunately, we're just kind of stuck going backwards a little bit. Just with how this race is playing out. With the cars that we've got around us. And like that, the Mini now is 3 seconds up the road. That's 1 car off. Unfortunately, getting compromised, that's going to give the Jag here an opportunity to use its straight line speed to get past us. Part of me wanted to absolutely send it into the chicane. Unfortunately, again, just got kind of backed up through the choke point of the chicane. go get some slipstream here. And then the Jag is just going to use its acceleration to drive away. The slipstream will keep us in range, but unfortunately it won't be close enough to make any sort of move. To brake there to not run into the back of the Jag. That's annoying. And that just loses us a second. Maybe we can close back up on the Jag. We don't have the slipstream, but we're also not getting held up anymore. Temperatures being a little bit warmer actually might not have been good for the increase in tire pressures I made between last race and this race. That running wide in T1 hasn't helped. Yeah, too quick into there. Yeah, I think having the front left down 1 PSI might have helped. Looks like both cars in front of us are quicker. Did not mean to downshift there. Can see Mini Friend in front of us again. All the cars that passed us in the last sort of 5 or so laps. Now passing the other Mini. They're fighting, they're doing their best. Yeah, Dragon fronts find a bit of pace. Lapped car off in the grass, up in front. Lapped car still struggling. Ooh, we were quicker than the Jag last lap, but only by a few hundredths. Certainly nothing that's gonna let us catch up, especially with an opening corner like that. That red car's been off and dropped down the order. Been some fighting behind us. The gap has opened up 7 seconds now. Oh, we've had a very good second half of the lap. I mean, look at all the time we lost here at the start of last lap. car's starting to come alive a bit at the end of this race. Back in the slipstream of the Jag. Now that would have been a really good lap if the Jag wasn't in our way. Come on! Red cars ran wide again. That was close. I was hoping I could maybe make a move to the inside there, but wasn't quite going to work out that time. See, this is a momentum car. You need to carry speed into the corner. You know, you can't necessarily set up for a good exit because the car doesn't have the power or nor the torque to, you know, have the acceleration out of a corner. If you don't carry the speed into the corner, you won't have the speed on the exit of the corner. But if you carry the speed into the corner, you end up having to back off because the car in front is just blocking the road. You have nowhere to go with your momentum. Phil second up on our Delta 9. Could not be closer to this Jag, really. Give the Jag a little helping hand out of the corner. Doesn't help us at all. We're the ones that need a helping hand out of corners. Not long to go in the race now. Less than 5 minutes. very wide for the Jag in front, but because we give them a helping hand, we're nowhere close enough to make a move. Just very awkward, making sure to don't just run straight into the Jag, and again, like earlier in the race, just loses us momentum, drops us back. Not as far back as we were sort of last time we dropped back. Not having the slipstream, I feel like, has just changed the dynamic of the car slightly. They still actually be uncompromised through the chicane that time. Catching up to the per red and white car that has been lapped multiple times across both races, has really been struggling. I just noticed we're being caught quite quickly. Oh, he's spinning the Jag out of the way! I'm like... That has kind of worked in our favour so far. I don't know if it will continue to work in our favour. They've had another spin. So, yeah, there's been a crash in the background between the car that's catching us and the Jag. That got eventful very quickly. And immediately it's died back down. There will just be one more lap to go when we cross the start-finish line. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen, you know, if the Jag could have came back at me, you know, if I had to try and defend against them, you know, that would have been a fun way to end the race. You know, especially then with the even quicker car trying to pass both of us. That could have been a good final lap. Shame they had the incident. That's a bad chicane. I don't think we're going to get an even quicker lap. It's not certainly not starting with that bad run through the chicane. I mean, we'll have a try, of course. That's not a great start. 3T1. Only a 10th down in fairness. Could maybe make that up. Could have carried more speed there. A little too sideways there. Yeah, this lap isn't coming together. That's alright. So it looks like it's going to be a P16 finish. Not too bad. We've liked a bit more if luck went our way this race. It was always going to be very tough in the mini, as that's a good chicane there. At 130.4 from the leader on the final lap. Oh, that was good fun. It was a bit frustrating, just having to deal with the minis drawbacks, the lack of acceleration, straight line speed compared to everyone else, and being held up in the corners in where we were stronger. But it was still fun. Yeah, good wee mini. Good wee mini. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Welcome, Eddie. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the end of that race. This kind of racing does seem genuinely quite interesting. Yeah, classic car racing, it's a completely different beast compared to modern cars. Just with how the cars slide, move around, the lack of grip. Completely different things to drive, and they're fun in that way. Being so different, they are a challenge, they are difficult for sure. You know, less especially to get the speed out of them, but even to just drive them semi-quickly as well can be a bit of a... can be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I don't have space for a shifter. I do have the clutch pedal, but yeah, I don't have the space for a shifter, and I'd prefer a handbrake because I do a lot more rally stuff. But yeah, I don't have the room with it here. With the my extra monitors here on my right hand side, I could theoretically do it on the left hand side, which. Probably being in the UK, I probably should, but race cars always tend to be, you know, more globally, certainly, tend to more sit on the left-hand side of the car where stuff is on your right. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I'd like to have stuff like that, but yeah, it's spending the money on it, and then having the space for it, which, yeah, I don't quite have, especially if I was to get something else that I've been considering over the last week. But yeah, that was fun races. We will switch over, we'll finish off the stream with the Art of Rally daily stage. and then we will be calling it there. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course, this was the St Mary's Trophy with the touring cars. We have the Grand Touring Cars tomorrow evening, same time, for the Tourist Trophy, the third and final event of the Goodwood Revival Weekend the SROL are putting on in Assetto Corsa. I didn't get to do the Mini Cup. It wasn't called the Mini Cup, but it was just one make for with the minis yesterday. I unfortunately was working, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Let me just what car am I driving tomorrow? That is a good question. As with this race, all the cars were randomly drawn and were revealed to us 24 hours before the event started. So basically, as today's event started, we were told what cars we have for tomorrow. It is. I think I'm actually quite satisfied with this car. Let me look on the entry list. Yes, Lotus Elan 26R. I need to bring this here. If I do that, I can get like that, and maybe. Oh, I don't have. Oh well, we can just switch to this for a moment. As you can see, this is the entry list for tomorrow's event. So yes, we have a Lotus Elan 26R. I think that's a bit of a lighter car. I'm thinking Lotus, a bit lighter, a bit more agile. It's a bit similar to the Mini, hopefully not as drastic as Mini. But yeah, rear-wheel drive, which in a way will be a little bit more difficult because, of course, trying to put the power down, put the throttle down, the rear end of the car is going to slide around a bit more. If you spin the rear wheels, you might spin the whole car around, whereas with the Mini, of course, you spin the front wheels, the car's not going to spin, it's just going to understeer. And if you do get the car sideways, the front wheel drive will actually straighten the car up. But yeah, 32 cars, again, quite an interesting grid. We've got Shelby Cobras, Porsche 904, TVR Griffith, Ferrari 250, Healy 3000, Jag E-Type, Corvettes, Abarth Simcas. Interesting grid to love variety. Should be quite fun. Tomorrow we are doing just one race. It is a single 45-minute race, which will hopefully be quite fun. But yeah, it does mean if any lap one incidents, we have to make the places up in the race. We can't have a sort of second go at it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this tomorrow. It should be good fun. I am a little bit time limited tomorrow. So I'm hoping everything runs to time. As I do have something tomorrow that I have to be at right after stream ends. But yeah, let us switch on over to Art of Rally. We'll just do the just have the daily event today. We did the weekly event earlier on in the week on Wednesday stream. If you want to go back and watch that. Today is the final day of it. We are currently sitting 19th, top 20. Hopefully we can hold on. There's only about 4 more hours, just under, to go top 3%. That's a very good going for the meantime. In the daily event, let's see, where did we finish on Wednesday? We got 41st in the end, top 10%. Could be better, but better than 55th we got on Tuesday. Let's see what we can do today. Group S, Indonesia. 5.8 kilometer gravel stage in the fog. So good we have a bit limited visibility. I'm not entirely sure what car this is. Oops. Well, this ain't gonna be a good stage time. Try and carry speed onto the bridge. The rear end of this car likes to move about. Oh. And now I have. Okay, into that wall too. Well, this ain't gonna be a good stage. Yeah, not getting on with this car. Rear end likes to step out a little bit more than I'd like it to. And so I'm just sort of struggling to trust the car. Also has a lot of acceleration. So it kind of spins the wheels up a bit, which moves it around. It doesn't really sort of stay straight when you're trying to accelerate. It's still hard to predict exactly what's going to do when you put the foot down. Get a bit more of a hang of it now. Of course. This run's already in the bin. There's finished 241.6. Obviously, that's not a good time. 102nd. It's been a while since we've been down in the 100s, in the triple digits. But we're back. 102nd, we will drop further in the remaining 3.5 hours of the event. Top 35%. Tough run at it today. Oh well, there is... Sometimes that's the way it goes. And yeah, today is just one of those days. That's going to do it for today's stream. A bit of a shorter one, nearly approaching 2 hour mark. Actually, not that short compared to our sort of normal streams at the moment, approaching 2 hours. Yeah, I suppose the 20-minute qualifying session does add up a bit. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, about 6:30 p.m. UK time, for the Grand Touring cars. For the GT cars, the Tourist Trophy for the Goodwood Revival. Hopefully it'll be fun racing. Hopefully we get to enjoy the Low Salan. Yeah, hopefully it's just as fun as today. Then after that we have our usual Tuesday, our IndyCar series, where we're heading to an oval this week. We're heading to the Phoenix Oval, 225 laps ahead of us. Hopefully we can survive without any incidents. Maybe, and hopefully we can maybe get a podium finish. That would be quite nice. But ovals are not my strong suit. We are going to need a bit of luck. But hey, as we've seen in Bile Isle, the second round of the series, we get the strategy right. You know, we can put ourselves in a good place and it can lead to good results. But it can also go the other way. We'll have to see how that goes. Make sure you tune in Tuesday evening. That stream will start about 8 p.m. UK time, so a bit later, or not too long ago, in today's current terms. On Wednesday, we'll also be back. We'll be back on the Mon Ultimate we'll be checking out some of the DLC content coming in the ELMS updates. SROL are going to be putting an event on at Silverstone. I think I'm going to try out the unrestricted LMP2s. I think that's what I fancy. We're going to have GT3 cars and LMP3 cars as well in that event. It's not been confirmed, but yeah, Billy said he intends on running it, and that's what he's shared so far. So yeah, Wednesday, hopefully we'll see exactly what we have in store for Wednesday. But yeah, Silverstone, looking forward to it. It's not the best of tracks, but it's a pretty decent track. I do enjoy it. And it's nice to have a little bit more variety on LMU now. 11 tracks is not a lot, but it will be 12 when we get to next week, which is, yeah, the more the merrier. And with more to look forward to as well in the future. As I said, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you, Eddie, for popping in towards the end. Thank you to those that lurked throughout the stream or watching the VOD back. Hope you enjoyed the races. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, and hopefully I will see you either tomorrow or next week when we get to our usual Tuesday, Wednesday streams. Until then, have a good rest of your Saturday evening. Have a good Sunday, and I will see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.